So here we are, my last video of 2016, and it's not TNA, it's a Monster Jam game. Yes, a Monster Jam game actually came out in 2016. This game came out in October, but I didn't see it until I was browsing deals on PS4 when I found it. I didn't know at all, otherwise I would have gotten to this sooner. And I've reviewed every Monster Jam game, so I was like, why not do a video on this one? So this is Monster Jam Crush It for PS4 and Xbox One, released in October. Monster Jam Crush It is in the vein of Monster Jam Battlegrounds from 2015, where it's just a bunch of events put together basically. There's 3 modes in the game: the racing, the freestyle, and hill climb. Let's start with racing. Racing in this game is more like real racing in Monster Jam. They're usually like 10 seconds long and fly by really quickly. There's 8 of them in the game or so, and each one is like 10 seconds, give or take 5 or so seconds. So yeah, it's really quick. These courses aren't even like courses, it's so fast. Like, it's a turn and that's it. That's the whole course. Really quick and over with in like 5 minutes. Like the entire thing, the entire mode is like 5 minutes. Then there is hill climb, or uphill, or whatever it's called. This is more like Battlegrounds, I guess. It is 2D, and there's 3 modes in this mode. Yeah, there's 3 modes in the mode. There is time attack, stunt, and survive. Time attack is where you just have to get to the end of the course as fast as possible. Stunt is where your truck can do rolls and flips, and you do just that. Stunts. Survive is get to the end of the course as fast as you can, only now there are explosive barrels that make you fail instantly. Those are the 3 modes. There are 4 areas to do these modes in also. So there's a bit more of content here. Lastly, there's freestyle. But in this Monster Jam game, it's a bit different. It's all about getting airtime. You just need to stay in the air as long as possible. There's 8 stadiums, and you get 1:30 for each course. Really, your whole goal, though, is to just stay in the air. So that's all the modes for the game, but what trucks will you be in? This game is a decent selection of trucks in it. It's not great, that's for sure. But it's not, like, awful. It's just decent selection of trucks. Some of the classics are there: the Diggers, the Mutts, the Toro Locos, Avenger. There are a few newer trucks that I like seeing, like Zombie, the Police Car, Northern Nightmare, and the newer Bounty Hunter. There's no licensed trucks, though, like Monster Energy. It's decent enough as a Monster Jam fan in terms of truck selection. Okay, so now that that's over, what next? Well, the music in this game is actually really decent. And the sound effects are good. I mean, the sound effects are the same truck sound effects that they've been using for years. And the main menu theme is pretty kick-ass. I mean, just listen to it. The in-game music is decent enough as well. It's not great, but it is decent enough. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, I have not talked anything negative about this game, and I've only been talking positive about it. Well, I'm finished with all the positive stuff now. So now that I've talked about the positive stuff, it's time to talk about the negative stuff of Monster Jam Crush It. So Monster Jam Crush It has a lot of problems, and I mean a lot of problems. Where do I even begin? Let's start with the racing. The racing in this game is a freaking joke. It's so short. It's ridiculous. Not only is it that short, but it's not even good. The trucks control like crap on these courses. They get stuck on flipping everything. Not even joking, they get stuck on everything and bounce all over the damn place way too much. The courses are also really poorly designed, and they're only like 9 seconds long. How do you have a poorly designed 9-second long course? How do you do that? Sure, that's similar to real Monster Jam, but this is a video game. Well, this isn't really that big of a deal, as you'll be done with the entire racing mode within 10 minutes. No, really, that's it for the racing. Like, why is it even in the game at all? It's a waste, that's what it is. Okay, next I'll talk about freestyle. I have air quotes here for freestyle, because this is not freestyle at all. Real Monster Jam freestyle is about doing flips, rolls, getting airtime, and crushing cars. This is just about getting airtime. Like, that's it. Oh yeah, and there's donuts and pogos. You just have to get airtime. Now, similar to the races, the trucks in this game, well, they control like utter crap. They handle horribly. Like, they just handle terribly. They are so wonky and imprecise, it's ridiculous. Like, they just handle so badly. And you'll lose control of the truck so much. And they also get caught and stuck on everything. And I mean, like, everything. Everything that the car goes over. Like, everything that the truck goes over, it just gets caught on. It's freaking annoying. And, I mean, the handling and controls during these 3D sections is just awful. Like, really, what were they thinking here? How is this passable as controls? I mean, it's not. Sure, other Monster Jam games have had issues with controls, but this is just like some 2003 Monster 4x4 bad controls. And this is 2016. And also, if you reverse, you lose points in Freestyle. Like, what the hell? What if you get stuck in a corner due to the bad controls? Then what? You just gotta lose some points. That's what's gonna happen. The Freestyle, which it isn't in this game, is just terrible. It's only like 20-ish minutes long, though, in total. So it's not like you have to put up with this a ton. No, a majority of the game is this 2D part called the hill climb mode. This mode, though, is absolute garbage. This mode just takes a really mediocre game and just turns it into a pile of garbage. Like, this mode just sucks. This mode sucks. Let me explain. The controls in this mode are horrible. They are completely unresponsive. They are not tight at all, and they're just way too loose for a truck. They don't feel like a truck at all. In fact, in terms of like how the trucks feel, it doesn't matter which truck you choose. They all feel exactly the same. It's purely just cosmetic. What is the point then? Why I should just be Gravedigger every single time. And they just feel terrible. The courses are really, and I mean really, poorly designed. That's an understatement. They are bad. Like, really bad. Like, really bad. The courses are just so poorly made. They're super generic and repetitive, especially the survive ones. These are just terrible. There are tons of times where the truck just lands on nothing, and it just says you die or whatever. Like, there's just nothing there, you just float in the air. Like, they're just so poorly made that I can't even describe it any further than that. They're just so plain. Every level has these letters you collect that spell crush. Like, you know, Crash Team Racing. And these are just stupid. For instance, in Time Attack, to get a good score, if you get the crush letters, like, you pretty much just got the best score. It really just relies on the crush letters more than your actual time. Like, what the hell? Getting these letters isn't even, like, fun or anything. It's just, like, lazy and dumb. Speaking of the Time Attack, this has to be the easiest 2D sections I've ever seen in a video game. I am not kidding or exaggerating at all. Like, there were many times where I just held down the R2 button and went on my phone. I didn't even look at the fucking screen. I just did stuff on my phone and held down R2 and I finished the track just fine. And you know what? In most cases, I actually got a gold rating. So I actually did really good on these courses. It is ridiculously easy. Like, you're kidding me. You're kidding me, right? What game lets you hold down just R2 and actually win and get away with this crap? Like, this sucks. They're so easy. It's boring in a matter of minutes. No joke. Then there is Stunt Mode, which is a piece of crap. The Stunt Mode in this game is just horrible. You control with the analog stick, and the tricks are just laughably bad. The trucks can flip and spin, and they do it so slow. And you get points based off the tricks in the air, and they're so inconsistent. Sometimes if you land halfway through a flip and finish it off on the ground, it will count as a flip. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll just completely cancel all the tricks you've done. It's really inconsistent. These tricks just seem kinda lame also, and doing them just isn't fun. These courses aren't made for doing tricks either. They don't mesh well with this mode at all. The game also loves to slow down when doing tricks for some reason, and it sucks ass. I don't know if it's trying to be in slow-mo or the frame rate is dying, but it's horrible. It really is. I hate it. The stunt mode is just so bad due to bad tracks, bad controls, and inconsistently letting tricks go through. Like, sometimes, why does it just cancel all your tricks if you hit the ground? Like, what the... Sorry, not sorry, this is just bad. And then there's Survive. Survive is just crap. These courses are so poorly made, and they aren't fun at all. The game also loves to just glitch out and not even have the barrels explode or register. Like, that's the biggest problem with this mode. It's just not fun, like, at all. Okay, but now it's time to say the biggest problem with the game. The absolute biggest problem with the game is easily the physics. The physics across all modes in Monster Jam Crush It are atrocious. Just atrocious. I mean that sincerely. If you can't get the physics right, the whole game is not going to be good. And that happened to this game. The physics are really that bad. The cars bounce way too much, and they get caught on everything. The way that trucks land in this game is just bad. They slow down a ton. And the way that trucks go up these hills makes no sense. And they can go up like a 90-degree angle. Like, what the... The way momentum works makes no sense either. Trucks slow down for little to no reason and are terrible at getting speed sometimes. Sometimes they can get speed just fine, though. Sometimes it's like, what the hell? They didn't get enough speed to make over this jump? It brings the whole game down and ruins what even wasn't a good game. It ruins it more. The game is just flat out glitches out a bunch when the physics are involved. This game also has tons of glitches and runs like crap, freezing whenever you finish an event for up to like 5 seconds, and the game crashed on me multiple times. Though I will say that this game has the easiest trophies ever. Like, first platinum I've ever gotten is this piece of crap right here. The graphics are also pretty bad. The textures look decent, maybe. Okay, they're passable for a super budget title. But the trucks, oh god, the trucks are just terrible. You see, they might look good upon first inspection, but they animate horribly, don't have the correct lighting, and the shine isn't actually like the real shine, it's just there. And they don't get damaged. They don't get damaged. This is the only Monster Jam game, hell, this is the only monster truck game I've ever seen, besides the N64 one, where a monster truck does not get damaged. Like, what the hell is this crap? Speaking of what the hell is this crap, this Monster Jam game, I think I can say, is easily the worst Monster Jam game I have ever played. I'm not even kidding. I have played every Monster Jam game and reviewed them, and this is by far the worst one. That is really sad that the 2016 modern Monster Jam game is the worst Monster Jam game of all time. The game can be completed in about 2.5 hours. The game looks horrible, plays like crap, and the bottom line is the game is just not enjoyable or fun at all. It really isn't. This game is not worth playing at all. It's not worth any money and makes last year's Monster Jam game, Battlegrounds, look like a masterpiece. I mean, it wasn't that good, but it wasn't crap. It wasn't this. I mean, this game just is the worst. I mean, it's easily the worst game I've played all year, next to Roller Coaster Tycoon World. I'm not even kidding. Do not play this game. Do not get this game for cheap. Do not even look at the store page for this game. Go play Monster Jam Path of Destruction on PS3. Go play Monster Jam Urban Assault. Go play even Monster Jam on the one just called Monster Jam. They're all better than this piece of shit. Avoid this game at all costs.